the key phrase of what you're saying is they're railing against. Like
Hmm.
even just having some temple that sets itself up as the temple of pure art. I mean, that serves a purpose for real artists like Monet to
Hmm.
step back and go, this is not what art is.
Right.
And if you didn't have I don't know what the main salon was called, but if you didn't have that, then you wouldn't have the salon of rejects. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Like it's almost like you need something to react against. Where art now is, I mean, I'm sure you saw the sculpture of the guy who duct taped like a banana to the wall,
Yeah,
and
Maurizio Moran, yes.
that's like mainstream art that people pay lots of money for. And it's
Yeah.
like, if you want to be like a punk rock artist, like how do you even rebel anymore? Because
Mm.
like
Yeah.
all the rules have been taken down and people are just like stomping on the ruins. Like I don't know what you would do.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think, the idea that creativity is all about having no rules
Right.
is ridiculous. You have to have rules and you can then break them, but there's no tension. If anything is permitted, nothing is possible. You
Mm.
know, it's um there's always been a kind of, push and pull and, between the neoclassicists and the romanticists and the realists. I mean, without one, the other wouldn't make much. You have to define one in terms of the other. And, modernism and the avant garde of that, you know, it was a glorious and enormously creative moment, but in a way, it was a moment of destruction from which it was very hard to recover. Both was destroyed by kind of utopians who thought, we could build a better world, whether it was the Soviet Union or the Italian futurists who thought we should burn down all the museums and famously said that, a speeding motor car is more beautiful than the Nike of Samothrace. So there was that kind of, but that was a kind of, there is something, when you come to a civilization that is sort of, past its sell-by date, that is, sclerotic and stuffy and unchanging, but it's still powerful. That is a moment of great creative potential. But once you've destroyed that, you sort of lose that tension. You're sort of left with, now what? How many times, you could tape something else to a museum wall, but nobody's going to really, the the rapidity with which something goes from being supposedly shocking to being mainstream is now about 2 seconds, which
Right.
hardly makes the shock worthwhile in the first place.
Yeah.